What's up? West, with it. Champion in the building. Newly married in the building. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Um, okay. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome back. So what this day is gonna be about, man. So give you a kind of context of what's going on, a little breakdown, a little rundown. Might have a guest on, might not. It's all good. But basically, we just completed um, the rookie draft for King of Kings. So I'll be going over that. I also will be going over. I'll be going over. Let me see if I can be seen on in my live in effect though on the YouTube. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Um, is your boy live or not? So yeah, so basically what we're gonna be doing is, man, there you go. Is your boy live or not? All right, I'm on. Just want to make sure. Dodgers. You see, I gotta represent the Dodgers. Though. This is also for LA Raiders when we was in town. That's what it's all about. But basically, this video is about recapping and draft grades for King of Kings, which we had our draft on Sunday, right after the NFL draft was over. And then we got a startup dynasty for CaliKings. Startup dynasty for CaliKings. Gonna go over that dynasty draft and give out some draft grades. So first thing first, since the rookie draft was really only 5 rounds, let me make sure. No, 6 rounds. The rookie draft was 6 rounds for King of Kings. And I'm gonna go over the teams. I'm just gonna go over the team. I'm just gonna go over the teams and the picks, and then we're just gonna give out. Unless someone else hops on here with me, I sent out an invite to a couple of people. One of my boy, Aaron, his son is sick, so wishing the best for him. He said he's in the hospital. I believe we are rushing to the urgent care. So wishing him a quick recovery or whatever it is. I can get into the details, but he may hop on. He has the link. My boy David Brooks, I gave him the link. Let me see if he responded to my message that I texted him. He might hop on. He's in CaliKings. He ready? Okay, so yeah. Let me just tell him just to hop on whenever he can. Hop on. All right, so yeah, got that in there. So he might hop on. No one's watching right now, which is fine. It's okay. I only got 70 subscribers, and I really didn't promote it out there on my socials, so nobody really knows what's happening. Maybe I just go ahead and put it in there while we going through the thing, right? You feel me? So see if we can get some live folks. My wife might get up in here, what I'm saying, help me out, give me a couple of views. You feel me? But anyway, let's get to it. So King of Kings is in his going into the second year of the dynasty, and your boy, obviously. I mean, if you've been watching the videos, I am the returning champ. Okay, so I got the 12th pick, and how rookie drafts go is not snake. So if you got the 12th pick, it's a 12-team league. So if you got the 12th pick in the first round, you got the 12th pick in the second, third, fourth, fifth, all that, right? So all that stuff, right? All right, so he might hop on. He said, okay. All right. So one team, all right, so in this particular league, It's a no tank league. So let me explain that to some that don't know, that because that's what's going to happen in CaliKings. It's a no tank league. So basically, what that means is, if you're last place in the season, you are not automatically getting the number one pick. Okay, so you have to fight for the number one pick in the consolation bracket. So the winner of the consolation bracket actually gets first place. Um, the loser of that gets second place, and then the last place winner, the last place person of the league, which actually doesn't get an opportunity to get into the consolation bracket, gets the third place, the third spot in the rookie draft. So they get pick three. Um, so that how that works is, again, the winner of the consolation bracket who didn't make the playoffs, gets first place. The loser gets second. Then the actual true loser, the last place person of the league, gets automatically slotted into third slot, right? And then it just goes from there: fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, then the 12th. Obviously, right? So the winner gets the 12th pick. The loser of the championship game gets 11th, so on and so forth. So just kind of get that out there for you guys, so you can understand how it worked out through 1 through 12. And there's some funny stuff going on. Not really funny stuff, but the last place guy, he's a paid GM, and he can do what he wants and how he pleases with his team. But we want them to be competitive. Like, it's more better for you to be competitive and you to be active within the league, right? That's the goal. That is the goal. So, with that being said, he wasn't really active throughout the league. He made some bloopers throughout the year by dropping people instead of putting them on IR. I did give him the rundown. He's new to Dynasty, but I did give him the rundown. So you can't say me as being the commissioner, I didn't do my job as far as informing the GMs on how the league works, especially if you're new to Dynasty, how that goes about as well, right? So basically, he made a lot of bloopers throughout the year. He dropped Deshaun Watson. He dropped, I believe, Christian Kirk. Like, he dropped some people that shouldn't be dropped. They should have just been put on IR, right? But also, with that being said, I informed him what was going on. I let him know, and whoever scooped up those players scooped them up. And everybody in the league can see. Everybody in the league can see who's been dropped and whatever and whatnot. And how the waiver wire is off the fat. So you blind bid on the players that are dropped. They're not automatically free agents, so somebody can just hurt and swoop them up. So it's not like that. You got a budget that you gotta control throughout the season, and then you put in your bid for that person, and on depending. So I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days, I think it's Tuesday. You see who won the bid. Um, it's unfortunate, but very fortunate for me that I won the bid on both of those players. So I ended up getting Deshaun Watson, put him on my IR. I got a little stockpile over there, and I actually made a trade to, for getting him off my squad for somebody else. We'll talk about that too. But anyway, let's go over the draft, and let's give out the draft grade. So the actual winner of the consolation bracket, again, gets the first place. This was Willie Fister. Fister, let me get his name right. Let's see his team name. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. He's a Raider fan too. I linked up with him through his cousin, who I work with, who I used to work with. I actually put in my 2 weeks, and I'm no longer at that company. But anyway, it's Willie Fistergas 50. He actually named his team D minus because I gave him a D minus for his draft, his rookie draft. well, not his rookie draft, his actual draft of the startup, and came true. Right, I gave him a D minus. He didn't make the playoffs, and he has the number one pick. Right, even though he won the consolation bracket, whatever. So Willie Fitzgerald got the first pick. Let me move this over here. And then second pick was Big Poppy 1313. That's actually his cousin. All right. I guess they wanted to, inseparable. He got the second pick. Football Man 21 got the third pick. The Real Majay got the fourth pick. Niner Fan 2180 got the fifth. Bales the Don got the sixth. I think he didn't make the playoffs then. And then ICU got the seventh. Big old Philly Birds got the eighth. J4AU got the ninth. Mr. C, Freddy Krueger. I'm just gonna say that Freddy Krueger got the 10th. Yeah, Mama's Pimp got the 11th, and the champion of the league, which was me, got the 12th pick. Right. So let's go over. I'm gonna go over the first round. Let's just say here, Football Man 21. He needed a quarterback. Okay. So first pick went Marvin Harrison. In this quarterback call that he has, you would think Caleb Williams, right? But he has Josh Allen. He has Derek Carr. He should have went if you're thinking about it. But look, I'm not going to hold people if they're not there for the draft, right? You pay your dues. You're a paid GM. I'm giving you updates. I'm making videos. I'm giving you updates. Ring. I'm giving you updates on when the draft is going to be. Now, I would say this: this particular gentleman is a airline pilot. Okay, so, but with that being said, as well, you can also go because we knew the order for a while. So the draft was set for a while. So you can actually go into the draft and you can set your queue. Uh, just based off of that, I think he should have went quarterback because his quarterbacks is Derek Carr, fucking who's this guy? Bennett, the rookie that was last year rookie from the Rams, Josh Allen and Jacoby Brissett, right? But his first pick was Marvin Harrison. Not a bad pick, but I don't think it was a pick of need. Um, Second pick, overall pick was Caleb Williams. His quarterback call was, which he needed, because he had Trevor Lawrence and Lamar Jackson. So this is his third quarterback. This is a super flex league, so you can start two quarterbacks. Um, Third pick, this was Football Man 21. This is the guy that I said that made some quirky decisions throughout the league. He dropped Deshaun Watson. He dropped Christian Kirk. And he could have and he should have went quarterback, but he didn't. He went Neighbors, Malik Neighbors from LSU, which is a great prospect, but that's not a pick of need, right? It's not a pick of need. But he ended up getting Deshaun Watson because, again, I traded him back. So, look, I'm the commissioner, man, but I'm still a fantasy football guy. I'm all about integrity, but I'm also all about winning. But I traded him back Watson. He got Watson on his team. And I traded him Will Levis. So I gave him two starting quarterbacks. So he ended up getting Neighbors, which was good for him because at the end of the draft, when the draft was over, we ended up orchestrating the trade. And his wide receiver haul is so he got Neighbors. He also got Diggs. He got Calvin Ridley, which was he got Calvin Ridley and he got Will Levis. So, he got a stack right there. I'm trying to help out a little bit, even though he duped himself, whatever. All right. So Neighbors went third. And look, he picked Neighbors. Okay. This was not an auto draft. If the ADP doesn't have Neighbors as the third overall pick, so he picked Neighbors, right? Then the real Samaje, which he made a trade. So he traded Tyreek throughout in the offseason, and he got him a little haul of picks. So he he came out like a fat rat in this draft because he ended up getting 3 additional rookies from his trade that he made. But he picked J.J. McCarthy as his 4th pick. His quarterback call, um, yeah, he needed that. He had Zach Wilson. He got Jordan Love. He picked up Tom Brady because some shit was going on with Tom Brady. It was like, maybe he'd come back, but he'd drop him. He got Aaron Rodgers. He got Baker Mayfield and then J.J. McCarthy. So he needed a quarterback for sure. That's what he definitely needed. And then the 5th pick, which was a shocker. This was a shocker. So if this guy that was picked in the 5th as the 5th pick was a shocker in the rookie draft of fantasy football, and he was actually a shocker in actual real NFL draft. Michael Penix was Niner fan 2180. That's who we picked. And just looking at his quarterbacks, he needed a quarterback. Maybe I think personally, I would have went Daniels, but he do have Justin Herbert, and now he has Michael Penix. Those are the only quarterbacks that he has. So I think there was a mistake because Michael Penix is not going to play. Daniels is going to play. Again, this is super flex. I just would have switched that around. I just would have switched that around for him. He should have went Daniels. Anyway, he didn't. He went Penix. And then we got Bells the Don. Bells the Don picked McDaniels. So he actually McDaniels he slides for him to slide this far. Jaden Daniels to slide all the way to the 6th pick in a rookie super flex draft was a great haul. Like you can't get no better than that. You can't get no better than that because I think he should have been the second quarterback off the board, which he wasn't. But it's okay, whatever. People have their preference, and we roll with it, right? Oh, again, I never said it. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Get a little talking a lot, so I need to get a little swig in. I'm not really a beer drinker like that, but it is Cinco de Mayo. I am married to a Latina. Let's get it going. All right. Bell Saddam with Jaden Daniels and his quarterbacks that he has, he actually needed him. Like he really needed him. I know he got some other quarterbacks, right? Let me see. Jesus Christ. All right. I think there's other quarterbacks on here, but I'm not sure. But right now, it's showing Jaden Daniels, Sam Hall, Jared Stidham, Dobbs, Kenny Pickett. Oh, he got Patrick Mahomes. Okay, there we go. He got Patty. He got my homeboy Patty Mahomes. All right, cool. Okay, so he got Daniels. I see you, my boy Ringo. He went Rome Adunze. So that was a good pick for him. He got Rome Adunze. And then Big O Philly Birds went Drake Maine. And then JA for you, which was the 9th pick, which was traded with the real Majay. He went and picked the Georgia receiver. What's his cat name? Lad McConkey. I actually wanted that pick. Oh, Dodgers won. Let's go. Get them Braves. I actually wanted that pick. I wanted that pick. That was going to be my first round pick that I was targeting. He was who I was targeting. Just because I think he's going to be like the new age Cooper Cup. I like him. A quicker twitch Cooper Cup, in my opinion. Freddy Krueger, he went and got Xavier Worthy from KC, from, by the way, of Texas. And then your mom's pimp, he went Brock Browers, the tight end from Georgia. That's a great value pick for him. That's a great value pick. Him falling out late. And me being a Raider fan, as you can see, representing, I was going, once McConkey was off the board and Brower was off the board, like Brower was going to be my next guy that I was going to get. Like that was going to be the guy that I was going to get. That was going to be my guy. So, if you guys watch my videos and know how I get down as far as my philosophy, I fade running backs, and we'll talk about that in an inaugural draft of CaliKings Dynasty. I fade running backs. So I actually want to target a running back in the rookie draft. So I did go. What's this guy name from Texas? He is from Texas. Yes, Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks was my pick at 112. So I got Jonathan Brooks, which was like a handcuff because I actually got what's the running back over there? Hubbard. I got Hubbard. So that's for me, that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty good that I ended up was able to recover, rebound, and pick up Jonathan Brooks, which was one of the top running backs out there, rookie running backs out there. He has a great um, opportunity to play. Good, good for me. All right, so that's first round. So based off of that first round, just giving out draft grades for your first pick, I'm gonna give Willie Fisher-Gas just based off of need. Look at the quarterbacks that he has. I'm gonna give him, but with the talent that he pulled in, though, the talent that he pulled in, I can't give him nothing less than a B minus, right? Big Poppy 13, just based off his first round pick, um, and based off of what of his need, he really didn't need because Trevor Lawrence and Lamar Jackson is his starters, right? He could have went a different route. I to me, just looking at his roster, I possibly because he let's go at wide receivers, but it is super flex, so you can't really say too much. Um, he don't really have a superstar stud wide receiver, but he ended up getting somebody in the second round. We'll talk about that. But Caleb Williams in the Superflex Dynasty rookie draft, you can't get no worse than a A. I'm gonna give him an A minus just based off of need. Just based off of need. Neighbors going third. That is easily a he's a good talent, but he's not a need, especially for the team. I'm gonna give him a D for that. The real Majay, he picked up JJ McCarthy, who has a lot of plethora of weapons. Right, he got a lot of weapons, and it was the position of need for him. I'm gonna give him a A. Penix going at 5, just based off of need for the guy that picked him, not the player. I'm gonna give him an A. Jaden Daniels dropping to 6. You can't get on. That's an A plus. That's a slip up for these other guys, in my opinion. But just based off of need as well, he needed another guy. For him, that's an A plus. Roma Doze going in as the 7th pick, based off of need. That's an A. I'm gonna give him an A. Drake May going in the A slot, based off of need. He actually needed a quarterback, so I'm gonna give him an A. Late McConkley at the 9th, based off of so this was the real Majay actually picking this. I liked him. I give him a B plus. Xavier Worthy going to Dreddy Kruger at the 10th slot. So he went wide receiver, just based off of his wide receivers that he has, his need. He got Puka. And he got Chase. I forgot. He got Puka and Chase, based off of need, and he got Hopkins. Well, Hopkins low, but whatever. I'm gonna say B. Then Brawers going to Your Mama's Pimp. Your Mama's Pimp. Um, at 12, at the 11th spot, based off of his team need going because this is tight end premium as well. His tight ends, he needed them. So I'm gonna get at an A. And then Jonathan Brooks for myself, I don't know, man. Like I was going a different direction, but with my running backs that I have, I'll give myself a B plus. B plus. All right, so that's just the first picks, the first round. I'm just gonna kind of go over a little bit of the rest of the league picks. Second pick in the first round was what's this kid named Blake Corum from Michigan. Second pick was Byron Thomas from LSU. Trey Benson. Audion Mitchell, Luke McCaffrey. I think that was kind of a reach. Ricky Parcell from Florida to the Frisco 49ers. That's a good pick. Bo Nix went seventh. Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin went eighth. Brendan Rice was a reach, in my opinion, but whatever. He went ninth in the second round. Jalen Wright from I believe he was Tennessee. Yeah, he went 10th. Keelan Coleman, who is turning out to be a freaking a social media star, right? He's a personality that people love, are starting to love. He went 11th, which I was actually going to pick. So, like, whatever. But then in the 12th pick in the second round, Jermaine Borton was by me. I think that was a great value. I like him. I like him a lot. And then third round was well, Javonton Sanders, the tight end from, I said his name wrong. I know I did. The tight end from Texas went first in the third round. Then Braylon Allen, the running back from Wisconsin, went to the second pick of the third round. And then let's look at this. Football Man 21. So the rookie drafts are not exclusive to just rookies. He picked up Trey Lance. I guess, because I sent him a message like, bro, you need a quarterback, man. Like, I thought he was going to pick a quarterback in his first pick, but whatever. He picked up Trey Lance. Fourth pick in the third round was Roman Wilson from Michigan. Marshawn Lloyd. We got Tito Johnson. I don't even know who this kid is. Like, and this was a this was not an auto pick. That was not an auto pick. Tito Johnson from Penn State went to Bells to Don. Bucky Irvin went to seventh pick. We're talking third round. I can't say this kid's name. I am very bad in reading names. Audric Esteen from Notre Dame went eighth in the third round. Jared Wiley from TCU, the tight end, that was picked by the real Majay. So he had three of the J4AU picks, first three picks in the rookie draft. So that was the last of his selection. So this is based off his 6 selections in 3 rounds. He picked Lab McConkey, Braylon Rice, what's his kid name? Jared Wiley. His own selection, because he got the 4th pick. J.J. McCarthy, Adrian Mitchell, and Roman Wilson. That's not bad. And first 6 picks out of, let's just say, 36. Not even 36 yet, because there's 3 more guys ready. Mr. Cheeks went on Spencer Rattler. Your mom's pimp got what's this guy? Xavier Leggett from South Carolina. And then I went, because this is IDP. I'm UCLA Bruin, baby. I'm a Bruin. So I went Latu defense. First defensive player picked in the actual real draft, and first defensive player picked in the rookie draft by me. And then Willie Fitzgerald, he picked up Cameron Jordan as his first pick in the 4th round. I don't know. And then you know what? I don't know. I think like because a lot of these, especially the first 2 picks in each round were auto drafted, right? So I guess I started a trend of defensive players because Cameron Jordan was picked, and then Richard Sherman was the pick in the 4th round of the 2nd pick. A wasted pick of being in a rookie draft. Anyway, then Jory Porter, and then people that started actually drafting. This was Ray Davis, to the real Maj. This was an auto pick. He was out. My boy Niner fan. He was actually out with his wife at a bar. So he told me that, but I told him, I was like, look, man, this section Q. He didn't. He picked up Patrick Peterson. And then Bells to Don picked up Cooper DeJean, the white boy DB from Iowa. And then ICU, who was auto picking at this point, picked up Jordan Davis. Again, it's not exclusive to rookies in the rookie draft. I'm just going to say some notable picks that was in the fourth round. Jalen Polk went to J.A. Free. This was his first actual pick, so that was his first pick, which was a good pick, right? Mr. Cheeks picked up Dallas Turner, Alabama. The Alabama rush in that went to Minnesota. Then Will Shipley went to Your Mom's Pimp, and then I picked up Jared Verse, the rush in from Florida State. So I went back to back defense, boom boom, and then this is only 6th round, so we'll get to this. This is the 5th round right here. Stetson Bennett actually was picked in this round, 5th round, first pick, a wasted pick. Let's go to notables. The real Maj picked up what's that? Micah? The Russian Kentucky wide receiver. I can't. What is his name? Corley. Michaela Corley. Wide receiver. Then went to the Jets. Let's go with some notable names. Oh, Denzel Devontae Walker. Tez Walker. That's what he go by. Tez Walker went to Bells to Don in the 5th round. J.A. for you. This was his second actual rookie pick. He picked up Jalen McMillan from Washington. That's a good pick. He may be replacing what's that kid name, man? Number 13, man. Number 13. You know the guy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Damn. Davis. What's that nigga name? God damn. The wide receiver over there. I don't know if it's slipping my mind right now. Anyway. Let's see here. Jacob County, I picked him up in a as a 12th pick in the 5th round from Arizona going to the Frisco. This is the last round. Any notable names in the last round? Oh, Belzadon picked up Isaac Guerrero, from Louisville, the running back. I think that's a good sneaky pick. He might up in Elijah for backup eventually. I like him. He's a good kid. Who else notable in this round? Jay for you. So he really killed his picks that he was actually able to have, because he only had 3 picks out of 6 in the rookie draft. So, and he went wide receiver heavy. He went Javon Baker, who has been talking a lot of mess, and there is not 10 rookie receivers ahead of him. That's what he said. There's not 10 rookie receivers ahead of him. So we'll see. He in New England with Maine. So we'll see. And then notable guy, no, not really notable, but I like them. Peyton Wilson from North Carolina State. I picked him in the very last pick from that went to Pittsburgh. You know they like the linebackers, right? But this kid is 24 years old. He had a plethora of injuries. I know I said that wrong. That word wrong, but he had a lot of injuries, right? He had a lot of injuries, but he got picked in the 3rd round, and he did win the linebacker award, and he ran a 4.43 in a 40-yard dash, right? So Pittsburgh knows how to pick linebackers historically, and they haven't been doing too good recently, but I'm hoping that this guy will come through. All right, so that was that. That was the rookie draft for King of Kings. So just based off of that, man, I'm just gonna give out the grades, and then I'm gonna move over to the inaugural CaliKings startup draft. So based off of that, as far as I'm just gonna give overall grades. Willie Fissergas, This was his selection was Harrison, Blake Corum, Sanders from Texas, and then a bunch of nobodies, right? Based off of need and everything else that should have been going on, I'm gonna give him, um, I'm gonna give him a C minus. Big Poppy, he went Williams. He got Blake, Byron Thomas, Blaylen Allen. Those were his first 3 picks. Those that's solid. Then the rest were just auto draft duds. So he can only get a with Caleb Williams. I give him a C plus. Football man 21. There's no way in the world that he can get anything higher than a D minus. He got Neighbors and then Benson, and then everybody else was just like blah, right? D minus. The real Majay, so this was his haul all together. J.J. McCarthy, Adrian Mitchell, Roman Wilson, Ray Davis that went to from Kentucky that went to he's 24 now. It went to Buffalo. McCorley that went to the Jets. Who's this guy? Kellen Robinson. He's a running back that was at Texas. I don't even know who he is really, but he got pretty high. Then he also got Lad McConkey, and Berlin Rice and Jared Wiley. So with the haul, he had 9 picks. I didn't write anything down, so I'm really going off the top of the dome. So these grades may change if I really just get deep into it. But just off rip, I'm gonna give him a B plus, A minus, right? Niner fan. He went Penix, Luke McCaffrey, Lloyd. Then the rest were just boo boo. So you can only get a C minus. Then we see Bells to Don. Bells to Don with Jaden Daniels, Ricky Purcell. Just based off of his need and based off the haul he got, I can give him a B. ICU 3. His first 3 picks were pretty good. Then his next was you going to get a C plus. Big old Philly Bird, Drake Maye, Troy Franklin, Einstein, then everybody else. So you get a C. J for you only had 3 picks and he made the best of them. I'm gonna give him an A. Polk, McMillan, and then Parker. Polk and McMillan are actually on the same team in Washington, so that just lets you know the type of offense they had because those they went first, and then he had his other guys over here, and Baker, Mr. Cheeks, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Wright, Spencer Rattler, Dallas Turner, the linebacker from Ohio State, Tommy Exenberg. I like him. He's a Raider. And then he went via Vita at the end, who's not a rookie, but whatever. Right. With that haul, picking from the 10th slot. You know what? You got a B plus right there, brother. Give you a B plus. And then your mom's pimp, Brock Bowers, Xavier Leggett, Keon Coleman, Will Shipley. He did pick up Ritter in there, and then who was this guy Overshown? I don't even know. He's not even a rookie. So with that being said, I give you a C. And then my rookie draft: Jonathan Brooks, Jermaine Burton, Latu, Verse. What's his first name? Jared Verse, Jacob County, and then Peyton Wilson. Yeah, I don't think I did too bad. If I'm grading myself, and obviously I'm drafting off of need, I give myself a B. I give myself a B. All right, so that's that. That's King of Kings. 40 minutes of talking rookie draft. that's the inaugural first rookie draft. So we're going into season 2 over there. So now let's get into the startup. Let's get into the startup. All right, so the startup. Startup was a little funky, man. Only because during the season, during the draft, which was a slow draft. So let me explain how the slow draft worked. Those who are new to it, the slow draft can either be the hours. It can be 1, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And then what we do as well, we pause the draft at a certain point. Meaning we're just pausing, not the draft itself. We're pausing the clock, meaning that you won't get auto picked. So the pausing was from 10 p.m. Sorry, to initially 8 a.m. The next morning. Got some East Coast people over there. Once I realized that I really had some East Coast guys over there, I was like, nah, we can't do the 8 a.m. That's 11 o'clock for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's sitting there waiting. Anyway, um, so that's how a slow draft works. We did 4 hours, and then eventually we started doing 2 and 1 and 30 minutes. But we never got into like a regular draft, a regular day draft where you just like you got like 2 minutes or 4 minutes on the clock. The lowest it went was 30 minutes. The highest that we had it was 4 hours. And I wanted to do the 4 hours throughout the work hours of the weekday. We started on a Monday, this past Monday, and we are finished. We're done. We finished out yesterday, early yesterday. Um, so how I presented this league to everybody was there were 4 different outcomes. You see the championship ring. There were 4 different outcomes of the draft position. And I wanted everybody to have an opportunity to click on the link, copy the link. You couldn't click on the link, but copy the link, put it in your browser, and look at the draft and look at the order. So we can vote. So we can vote on what order they wanted. The league wanted. Only one person voted, and he really didn't vote. He clicked on one of them thinking it was a link, and it didn't go through. So no one really saw what the order was, unfortunately. So this was the order that was because I said I was going to put it at a vote, and by Saturday I was going to stop the vote, even if it's just one vote, and I didn't vote because I obviously I know the orders of all 4 of the outcomes. Um, but the one guy he did select because he was trying to click on he thought it was a link, but it made him vote. So this was the order. Um, my boy David Brooks, all day on him, got first pick. I ended up getting the second pick. My boy Glenn, which was Sack These Nuts, got the third pick. Um, okay, here we go. Here we go. Got a guest coming in. Got a guest coming in. What's up, my boy?
Hey, what's good with you? What's the dealie?
So yeah, see you representing, huh?
You know all day, nigga. Shit. Nigga custom made, nigga.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. My boy David Brooks, all day on him. Welcome, welcome.
I appreciate you, man, having you, boy. Oh, that nigga sipping on the Modelo, okay.
No, man, happy Cinco de Mayo, nigga. What?
I can't, nigga. My shit seem kind of low, man. Let me try to turn.
I mean, I can hear you. I can hear you. I think it's let me look on live. Yeah, we looking good. Okay, okay. Yeah. I was just going over I was just going over our draft. Like just going over every kind of giving the folks a rundown of how it went down as far as like just I was right now just going over the order and then I would start going into the picks. But go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Like give me your credentials as far as your fantasy world and stuff like that, man.
I've been doing fantasy as long. Hey, look, whatever year that was, you put your boy on. You know what I mean? That was my first year. I can't. It's been so long, I can't remember now. But it
Oh,
was good though. I've been shit last season. I got me a little random Yahoo championship. Lost in my own league though.
in the
But
championship round,
matter of huh?
you lost in the championship round.
No, actually, I lost in the semifinals
Okay,
with a
okay,
team that I thought was going all the way. Well, I thought I finally. So I introduced a little. We in my league, you win 800 for the title, and then you get your championship belt. So, but since I've introduced the championship belt, I haven't won a title in my league. Although I have won 3 titles over I want to say the 13 or 14 year period we've been a league.
yeah.
Since I've introduced the belt, I've just been unlucky.
You haven't got.
So
I
that belt.
saw the belts when you be putting it on the social. Though, that mother look beefy.
Yeah, boy. Hey, look. Hey, every year it's a brand new one going out. When you win the Super Bowl, you don't go take the other nigga trophy. You get your own. So
Exactly.
you know we uh we just go out and finance it every year. All we did was add about another $10, $15 to the fees, and it just boom, got us a belt. Because the belt only about with shipping and everything, it's probably like a little more than 200, close to like 250. You know what I mean?
Okay. See,
It's pretty
now,
dope.
now I'm glad you in the lead because I've been wanting to do a belt, and you got the belt plug. So um, that's something that we most likely will be introducing moving forward, along with the monies, along with the monies. You feel me?
Yeah.
For the champion. But yeah, that's something that I want to do. You see, I got a championship ring. I got this in another league that I,
Okay, okay.
you know what
I
I'm saying?
was peeping that John. I was like, okay, let's start on his hand, man. So
Yeah.
y'all get a new one every year.
Well, yeah. So not in any of my leagues. I've only done cash payout for first, second, and third or whatever. But me and my cousin, your mom's pimp, we've always talked about it. We've always talked about a belt. But we never really did a lot of research to really make that happen. But now
Yeah,
board again, because you was you know what I'm saying? You've been rocking with your boy. Like I introduced you, I feel you know what I'm saying, into this fantasy
yes
world.
you did. Yes you did.
You back aboard, we can definitely do the belt because I know you know the ins and outs, so we can make that happen.
For sure. Yeah, man. But yeah, I've been in the league and with my boy Jamal for quite some time. For the fellow watchers. I look. I will say, nigga. I'm not necessarily too ecstatic about the eccentric scoring, but I can appreciate a little bit of uniqueness. So
Yeah,
I don't mind, testing the waters again. You feel me?
yeah,
But
yeah,
and then they shake it up a little bit from what the average community look like in fantasy football. But you did inspire me to start my own league, which is why I've had my own league now for about 13. I got to look back in the time, but I think it's about 13 years now I've had it,
yeah. I think
and it's been going strong, man.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I see you, man. You know from afar. You've been making it happen. Like y'all do. Like I talk about your league as far as like because you guys got everybody together. Y'all can do the live draft party. Y'all got the board. Y'all do all that.
yeah,
Y'all do it big. Like you have a big ass feast and fest and you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
I love it. I love it. Like I would like eventually in one of my leagues that I have out here in Arizona, I'm gonna have a live draft party. You feel me? But I just can't because majority of my folks is in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
I got some AC people out here that I can just really, but like my folks is in Cali. You feel me?
yeah. I get it, but you know what, man? it's funny that you say that because everybody in my league, right? None of them is like my original homies. You know what I mean? Like I started with niggas at work, and then motherfuckers at work telling they cousins, a couple of dudes they done grew up with, and now next thing you know, and this is actually a record for me now. This will be the fourth year in a row that all 14 guys return to my league. This will be year number four in a row. So
Ooh,
it's kind of it now. Put it this way: we now have a waiting list to get into the real deal. You know what I mean? Which I love because it's like it's really become that solid to where it's like we got the like you say, we do the draft party, we got the board. One of my boys' mothers, who's a chef, she be lacing us up with all the food. We actually now turned it into a pool party because we moved it from my boys from our original location to his sister house because she got the pool in the backyard up in Granada Hills.
yeah,
So we be up in Granada Hills now, turning up with the drinks.
man.
I used to smoke, but nigga, ain't no smoking no more. You know what I mean? I had to
Hey,
let it all go.
real like I mean, like I smoke every now and then. Like I don't buy weed no more. Like I don't buy weed no more. Like if somebody it may be out, I smoke. My mama still smoke. You know that, so she come over
Yeah.
and case may be, but yeah, man, I take that. I really don't.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it's cool, man. I mean, I was think, man. Look, I'm only saying that to say maybe you should start some organic shit. You know what I mean? On your side with the folks. I don't know what your job is like. I worked in the call center, so it wasn't too hard to find motherfuckers
Yeah,
who. But believe it or not, man, you ask the average motherfucker, and they be like, "Nah, I don't do fantasy football." I be tripping like, damn, I thought the world of fantasy was a lot more popular than it is. You know what I mean?
for real.
It is. There is the world of it, but it's like if you go up to five random motherfuckers, chances are probably one of them gonna be like, yeah, I do fantasy football. You know
That
what I mean?
when we first started, like when I first really got heavy into it, people was like, "Oh, fantasy football, man, that's for nerds, nigga. I ain't do no fan. That's some nerd shit, nigga. That's like woo." I'm like, what? Like, what you talking about, man? Like, nah, yeah,
That fantasy football, nigga, that's for the real fans, bro. That's for the
yeah,
real fans.
real,
And you
real.
know what I will say? Fantasy football has turned me into more of a fan because you obviously got to keep up with guys that ain't a part of your squad,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But just as much as I began to love certain niggas, I done hated some motherfuckers. Like
Man,
that nigga J.K. Dobbins, I don't know why I picked him again, but he keep fucking up my draft every year, nigga. This motherfucker gotta get his shit together and stretch. I'm tired
man,
of this shit.
that's how.
Nigga.
I got some fantasy guys that I just like. You know what? I ain't fucking with you, homie. Like, I can't fuck with you, bro. Like, you can fuck my shit up, man. Like, I believe in you in the beginning. Like, I would say, for one, was Chris McCaffrey, who is recovered. Chris McCaffrey, he and he started, well, and then that.
Yeah, I can't hear you, G.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Chris McCaffrey started my love hate for fantasy running backs, but he
Oh yeah,
but he's recovered like no other running back has ever recovered.
I know. I
Like,
think I had him the year he first got hurt too.
right? Just messed
And
up
I got a
everything.
bunch of hecklers in my league, so they don't make a bad move, boy. You gonna hear about it all year. It's gonna be in the group chat. It might not. Hey, one year, one of my boys drafted. I think who was that Charger? I think it might have been Mike Tolbert. Somebody ended up. Oh, no, 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 no. Where? What was his name? Spencer Ware. The
Oh
year he was
yeah.
supposed to start with the Chiefs, and he had tore his something, and our draft was the next day, and he didn't even know. He drafted. He was walking around the room like, yeah, yeah, like everybody, like we slept on him or something. Boy, he still get clowned to this day for that. Nigga drafted Spencer Ware with a
Man,
torn Achilles or something.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
that's another thing though. That is one of the reasons I do not. I mean, obviously, this is a dynasty draft, but I don't draft before that last preseason game no more because it's a killer, bro.
It
It's a
is.
season killer for people.
It can
When
be.
your first round pick go out with some kind of injury,
No, that messed you all the way up. That's why, like, all my redraft leagues is definitely after the preseason. All my redraft, like, I'm not doing no. I mean, I'll hop in because I just love the draft and I just love this shit so much. Like, I'll hop in other leagues that are drafting like during the season. I mean, not during the season, but during the preseason and shit like that. But a league that I'm a commissioner in, a redraft league, I am going to draft after the last preseason game. Period. Like, I'm not fucking.
period.
I'm not. I can't do it because of injury. Now, dynasty is different. Dynasty is different because it's year round. You're not really drafting for just the one guys for that one season type of thing. Like you gotta
Right.
base your drafts off of like projections and next year and all this shit because you want the dynasty to kind of go at least the bare minimum a dynasty that you want it to go at least 3-4 years. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I'm glad you're aboard, man. I'm glad you hopped on. I just wanted let's kind of get into this draft, this inaugural draft. I was just kind of going over the order of it. So you had the first pick, I got the second pick. Our boy Glenn got the third pick. My boy, which is my ace out here, man, I fuck with him real heavy. He got the fourth pick. My guy that I played with this guy, C Crew 128. He had the fifth pick. My blood relative got the sixth. Get him had the seventh. This is somebody get him that had the seventh pick. He's been in a couple of my leagues before. Um, Granddaddy Bill is somebody that I met through my boy playing flag football. He was the coach actually. He had the eighth
Oh,
pick.
okay.
Yeah, and then my other blood relative got the ninth pick. The 10th pick was someone that I didn't know. I didn't know this guy that he left out of the draft while we were actually drafting. So I had to get somebody on the fly for the 10th pick. I know him personally. The 11th pick, I think I played with him before, but he's solid because he's been active as far as he's making all his picks. He's been active in the league chat. I don't think I know him personally. And then the 12th pick was somebody else that I had to replace, but I know him as well. The 12th pick. So that was the order. First through 1 through 12. I was gonna do a reverse third round reversal. Have you ever done third round reversal, or do you even know what
Nah,
that
what's
is?
that?
So you don't even know. Okay,
Hey, if
so
it's gonna help me get Keon Coleman from your mom's pimp, I'll do it. Come on, your mom's pimp. Where you at, nigga? I need that trade, bro. That's my guy, bro. I'm a Bills fan. G, quit playing with me, man. He ain't
I'm gonna
even responding to my joint.
Hey, I'm gonna open up the free agency right after we get off this, so we can just start picking up guys. But trades, you should be able to trade. You know, you can just hit him up on do a little personal chat to see what's going on. But I'll hit him up for you as well to see what's going on. I'll
Yo,
hit
my
him.
bad. My joint froze, man. My joint froze. I just got back home.
No, you good. You good. You good. I'll hit him up on see what he's talking about for you. But third round reversal. What third round? We can't do it now. It's over. You have to do it during the draft. So third round is this wasn't, but a third round reversal would have been after the second round. the 12th person would have had the first pick in the third round. Instead of
Oh,
instead of like, don't you know how you had the double because you had the first pick, right? Don't you know how you had
yeah,
the double pick, the 12, 2-12, and then the 3-1? Third round
yeah,
reversal would have went. It would have went back to the 12th person. He would have had the first pick in the third round, and then it would have went that way. But you would have had the double coming back again. But it just would have been the people in the back end would have had the opportunity to have first round, have the first picks. I've done that
yeah,
before, but obviously we didn't do it this draft. But I was gonna do third round reversal, but I was like, nah, it's a lot of people that's kind of new to this, and they don't know what that is. I don't want to just push all my new shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to push all my new shit into one just draft with everybody, as far as like people not really knowing. So we didn't do third round reversal, but that's something that I've done in the past. It's actually thrown some people off because they, get into the league and not really see read the settings and shit like that, and like, oh man, what happened? Well, I thought I was going to get the first pick over here, and like, man, you didn't read the settings. I'm sorry. So I didn't want to do it this year. But with that being said, I got the draft board up. I'm gonna go over the first couple of picks in the first round. With this, so the setting of the setting of the league itself. So let me break it down. It's a super flex league, meaning you can start two quarterbacks. It's a tight end premium league, meaning your tight end gets a little bit of extra bump, but not that much of extra bump. It's a high PPR. It's a large roster, meaning it's a large flex type roster. It's IDP, meaning individual defensive players. There is no kickers. There is no team defense. So, with all that being said, the first 11 picks in the first round were all quarterbacks. So we had first pick was Jared Allen from the Buffalo Bills fan.
nigga, Josh Allen, nigga,
I said
Josh
Jared
Allen.
Allen. Who is
Hell
Jared Allen? Who the fuck is Jared Allen? God damn, I'm a little tipsy. This is my third one. I don't drink
yeah.
beer like that. Josh Allen, first pick. Then I went Patrick Mahomes. This is my first draft ever having Patrick Mahomes. I mean, ever. Now, with that being said, he's gonna fuck up and get injured. Watch.
Don't say that. Hey, look, boy. Hey, I have Patrick Mahomes on a few of my teams, and I actually had him on this breakout 50 touchdown year, and
Ooh,
still didn't win the championship, bro. That's how
damn.
my luck been. My luck been pretty damn bad in my league. But you know what? This the year, nigga. I'm finna buy some books. I'm doing all kinds of shit to try to win my league this year, nigga.
Hey, look, this is what you can do. Like I was telling you, man. It's a lot of content on YouTube. There's a lot of people that you can like. I'll watch. Like I don't per se like really just like, oh yeah, man, I'm about to do exactly what you said type thing. But I like to listen to different ideas and different people talking about certain players and certain leagues and this things and like that. So it's a lot of content out there on YouTube. Like it really is. There's a lot of content, and then also like XM Radio. I got XM Radio too. So there's a lot of channels dedicated to fantasy football. So I would say don't fuck with the books, but if that's your route, that's your route. Feel me? But it's a lot of content out there. It's a lot of content out there that can give you
Yeah.
information of what's going on. Especially like the new age shit. Like the new age shit is really more so on YouTube. Like the leads that I'm doing, the super flex, the IDP shit like that. That's on YouTube, but more so than the books. For real, I haven't seen anything in the books, and I used to get those books date like every year. Like I used to have like 3 or 4 different fantasy football books, like going through the shit. Man.
Yeah. Hey, look, I stopped listening to experts because I realized them motherfuckers ain't shit but regular motherfuckers guessing like me, niggas. Fuck you, nigga.
Nigga,
These motherfuckers done fucked my drafts up before. I
man,
said, nigga, man, look, I might if I'ma lose like this, I might as well lose on my own. Shit.
exactly. That's why I got my own channel. So I'm like, look, and just kind of go off topic just a little bit, and then we get back on. It was just one cat man that I used to fuck with heavy. His name was Fantasy Football Hustler, right? I got a lot of my ideas from him. He was. Reason why I started fucking with him was he really liked IDP like I do, and he made IDP matter like how I'm making it matter. Not the scoring setting, but just the roster size of it and like defensive players like the D line, linebacker, shit like that. Not my scoring settings is so unique. It's way different than I think anybody that shit that's out there. But as far as like just the setup itself, I got it from him. I got some ideas from him. But the thing with him was he made you be a subscriber to his Patreon shit.
Oh,
Like you have to be a
yeah.
subscriber to his shit, pay a monthly fee, or do a whole year type of thing. But my thing was, I'm not listening to your content to get information to help me out. Why do I gotta pay a monthly fee?
Hey, Brent, how you doing? All right, all right. It's, man, them T Wolves, boy, them T Wolves.
Let's go, Timberwolves. Fuck Denver.
Yeah. You got something going. Yeah. Yeah. I could tell. There you go. When they were playing the Lakers. Yeah. Dispatched the Lakers, but that last game, you know, so boy, I know Timberwolves, man. It's only game one, so hopefully they'll make it a series. You know what I mean? But they do got their hands full. Exactly. Exactly. They're gonna need coach to step in on this one. Yeah. Because they got the roster to make it what it's supposed to be. Yeah. You know. Yeah, that's the thing. Uh, you know. Well, yeah. Anyways, it'll be fun. Yeah. Either way, we're gonna fight. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, at least you can call home and mess with your brother if they do. His birthday's tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll have a lot to talk about. That's right. Well, nice seeing you, Brent. Yeah, take care, Dick. You too. Thank you. Yeah,
Nah,
that's my neighbor, man.
nah, it's all good. It's all
Mhm.
good. It's all good. But what I was saying was, I basically like, we had to be subscribed to his Patreon and all this other shit. Like, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm not about to subscribe to your shit. I don't even listen to your content to get information to help me out. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, why I gotta be a part of your fucking flock to be in your
Exactly.
leagues? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a requirement. The first year I did it
Hmm.
though. I ain't gonna even lie. The first year I did it because I was fucking with him heavy. Like he has his own channel. He got a following. He do got a following. He do his thing. But I just didn't like his whole get down as far as him
Yeah.
as a person and making you be a part of his Patreon shit and all this other shit. So I was like, I mean, I actually won. This is the ring I got this year
Oh
from
wow.
his league,
Okay.
from his past year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
wow.
he doing shit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with him, but he doing shit. But I just didn't like the fact that I gotta be paying you a monthly fee to be in your league.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sweet.
Like, you know, that's weird. Like, come on, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
I mean, I get like me. My league, you gotta pay to get in it, but it's some nice rewards because I gotta. And you know what I do in my league, man?
You breaking up. Is you frozen. He frozen right now, so I'm gonna let his shit come back. But while he frozen, I'm just speak on fantasy football hustler. Like, man, like I said, bro, I know you don't watch my shit. You too big.
My
Okay, there
fault,
we
man.
go.
My shit froze again.
Nah, you good. You good. What was you
It
saying?
just no, I was saying like my payout structure is unique in the sense that I try to make it so even if you're, let's say, doing shitty, like let's say your team got one win and already eliminated out the playoffs type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my league, I pay out a $25 top score bonus every week. So it don't matter if you the bummiest bum. You feel me?
You got an
There's
opportunity
incentive for
to
you to
keep.
set your lineup every week as
Yeah.
opposed to just tanking like a loser. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
So I like that because it keeps people in it, despite their winning percentage and their hopes of getting the championship. And the reason I do that is because you don't want a nigga tanking to the point where it's like, okay, if this nigga beats this nigga this week, well, he might have knocked him out the playoffs or something like that. But instead, since he is tanking, he ain't even putting up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now a dude walk into the playoffs for free. So
Exactly.
that's what I do that for, to try to prevent that. I learned that from one of my old members who I actually had to kick out because this motherfucker was a cheater. That nigga was a cheater, bro. This nigga used to have, he met the girl at the fucking job. Him and my homegirl, man, I ain't gonna say y'all names, but if you motherfuckers ever see this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I had to kick both their asses out the league. Like,
Damn.
nigga, you niggas ain't fucking my shit up. One night, a trade, no, no, no. It's the night before the playoffs start, right? Three key dropped off of one team, and then in that same minute, they're on
Hell
his
no.
team. You know me, of course, as the commissioner, I see all the
Yeah.
transactions. So I seen that shit, bro. I was like, oh, nigga. I froze their teams. Obviously, I let them compete in the playoffs with his regular team, but I froze her team after that. And I told this y'all here in the league, man, y'all can't have this kind of shit. We got people paying their hard earned money,
Man.
trying to win, and win the right way. And you motherfuckers is out here tainting the integrity of my league, and I just couldn't have it.
Can't do
So
it.
I got rid of it.
Can't do it.
You know?
Can't do it. I think you may have told me about that one time before, a while back. I think you may have told me about it.
Probably yeah.
Yeah, I think you may have told me about that. Yeah, that's some weak ass shit right there, boy.
Yeah, that shit was.
Nah, but the idea of as far as what you were saying, like keeping people engaged, I've definitely done that. In the past leagues, having incentive on the top scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like the top scorer get a certain amount of money throughout. You know what I'm saying? The number one seed. I've done the number one seed get something. Throughout every week, I've done just like how you had yours set up to where keep everybody involved, right? If you it don't matter if you can be one in whatever, but if you had the if you won your matchup and you had the most points scored throughout in that week, you got $25. And we send that shit to
Exactly. That's
boom
what I do.
because it keeps everybody involved. Like you don't want nobody even and it's crazy because I'm every league that I'm in is a paid league. But even with that being said, I was thinking any league that I get in, it has to be a money league, right? But even though it's a money league, you still have people that pay their money that don't pay attention if their team's sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say that top scorer bonus keep them engaged throughout, despite the fact. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Hey, I gotta make a quick call, real quick, but then I'm gonna jump right back on with you.
Okay, for sure. And I'm gonna just kind of go over while you off, go over the couple of draft slots, and then we just pick up where we was at from there.
Okay, for sure.
All right, for sure.
All right, go.
Yeah, they're all right, man. That's my boy David. He'll be back. He'll be back on. But yeah, man, it's like he was saying though. It's hard to keep people engaged in the free league, and it really kind of blew my mind in the money leagues that some people are not engaged as well, and that is very true. You know, you would think though, people that pay their money, they're just not trying to donate funds. But you know, stuff happens, life happens. Fantasy football is not life for people, and I get it. For me, I've learned throughout the years how to juggle. Right. At one point in time, I've definitely have had 10 plus leagues, almost 20 leagues in 1 year. And the juggle of having that many leagues is really straining. But the type of work that I do is I'm in the office setting. Me being in the office setting um, allows me to be able to be have access to my computer and my internet to be able to set my lineups up and do this and do that. But a lot of people don't work in office settings, don't have a computer in front of them at least 12 hours out the day. So you know, they don't have the same type of dedication or the same accessibility as I have, and I will continue to have because this is my my work career. Like it's office setting, computer based type of call center type of jobs. I mean, I work from home, but you know, if you guys see my setup is I got three computers, big ass computers, like you know, they're not no little ass computer, big ass computers. So I mean, you know, and then my actual computer itself is, you know, anyway, whatever. It's just sometimes it can be hard for people, and that's why you got to understand um, priorities for people is different, and I get it. But you always want to keep people engaged, and having those type of things, those type of incentives, is always great for a league. It's great to have to keep people engaged because everybody's not going to be a winner. Everybody's not going to be a winner. And like we were saying, if you yourself paid your money, but your team's sorry, like sometimes it's like, why am I still doing it? I don't care. But so with those type of incentives, um, number one score of the week, if you can be one and whatever, oh and whatever, if you won that week, your matchup and you had the highest score, you getting some money back, right? You feel so it's like you paid your money, but you still like, you know, oh man, I got $25. I'm good on that. You feel me? So that those type of things definitely help people out and keeping them engaged. But let's go over the draft, man. We was you know, me and David can talk, man. We can talk and you're gonna see him when he hop back on. We can talk this fancy shit because that's my boy, man. Like I started him off playing fantasy football. And we we strayed away from each other as far as being in leagues together um, because we had different philosophies. And then plus, I'm in Arizona, he in Cali. I couldn't be in his league. I could have be in his league, but they're all like he was saying, live drafts. Everybody's there. I mean, I can still do my thing or whatever, but it's just made it hard. And I don't want to take away the experience of other people that are actually there. So I haven't been in his league since maybe his inaugural season, honestly. But maybe that'll change this year. We'll see. But he said it's a waiting list, so maybe not. But just going over the draft, the first pick was Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes was the second pick. C.J. Stroud was the third. Lamar Jackson was the fourth. Justin, it is Justin, no. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was the fifth pick. Joe Burrow was the sixth. And then the only non quarterback that was taken in the first round, you want to guess who that was? You may be wrong. Justin Jefferson was the seventh pick. And this pick right here, so this pick right here, the eighth pick, this let people in the league know this particular person was a fan of this particular team. Because there's no way in the world that this quarterback, even though it's a flex, super flex league, that this quarterback should have been picked in the first round. Jared Goff was the 8th pick. Jared Goff was the 8th pick in the first round. Okay. 9th pick was Caleb Williams. Okay. Caleb Williams went ahead of Justin Herbert, who was the 10th pick. Then Anthony Richardson was the 11th pick. And then Jordan Love was the 12th pick. 12-team league, 11 quarterbacks off the board like that. All right. Come See Me actually doubled up. So he went Jordan Love, and then he went Jalen Daniels in the second round. And then Dak Prescott was the second pick in the second round. Then Ja'Marr Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor. Then so 2 quarterbacks were selected. So a double quarterback from Come See Me, Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels. Smash, what's his name? What's his team name? What's his team name? Let me see. And regardless, the 11th pick, he doubled up. He got Dak Prescott and Anthony Richardson. Okay, and then so Kyler Murray was the 7th pick in the second round. That's a Joe Burrow and Kyler Murray is 2 quarterbacks that this person has. That's your mom's pimp. Then Breece Hall, 8th pick. Bijan Robinson was the 9th pick. And then we got Tyreek Hill was the 10th pick in the second round. Then my pick was Amon St. Brown, the Sun God. I got the Sun God as the 11th pick in the second round. And then A.J. Brown went the last pick in the second round. And then so that was a double up. So that was 2-12. Then we got 3-1 was Puka Nakua went 3-1 in the third round. So that's first pick of the third round. And then we got Tua. By me, I picked Tua. So my first 3 picks was Patrick Mahomes, the Sun God, and Tua. And then the third pick in the third round was Saquon Barkley. Then we got Derrick Henry, which I believe to me was a reach because it's Derrick Henry and he's 30 years old in a new team, new offense with 3 offensive linemen that was removed from that particular team from last year. 5th pick in the third round was Brock Purdy. Then we got 6th pick in the third round was Marvin Harrison. And then 7th pick in the third round was Trevor Lawrence. This was this guy's first quarterback. Then we got Jahmyr Gibbs, went to 8th pick. Travis Nt went to 9th pick. And then we in the 10th pick of the third round, we got Stephon Diggs. And then we got Malik Neighbors as the 11th pick in the third round. And Jalen Waddle was the 12th pick in the third round. Now we're at the 4th round. So 3-2, then 4-1. So it was a double up for this guy. He got Kyren Williams. That is his name, right? Yep, Kyren Williams from the Rams, who was a late fantasy stud. Won a lot of leagues for a lot of people, I'm pretty sure. First tight end off the board, Travis Kelce, which it should be, right? Second pick in the 4th round. Then we got Garrett Wilson. Sam Laporta went in the 4th round, 4th pick. I know that hurt Granddaddy Bill because he ended up going Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams went in the 4th round of the inaugural draft. I mean, that's just showing your homerism, right? That shows your homerism as a Detroit Lions fan. His first three, his first four picks were three Lions: Goff, Gibbs, and Jameson Williams. You know, your style and your draft strategy is yours. We'll talk about it and we'll grade it, right? But let's just kind of go over it. And then the sixth pick in the fourth round, which was a head scratcher again, Justin Fields. Is he starting? No, he's not. But if Russ messes up throughout the season, he is younger, they might put him in. Who knows? But his fifth year option was declined. Chris Olave went seventh. Devontae Adams went eighth. DJ Moore went ninth. Deshaun Watson went 10th. Devontae, it is Devontae, right? Yeah, Devontae Smith went 11th, and then JJ McCarthy went 12th. And then so we're doubling up with All Day On, which is our special guest that was online with us, that should be coming back. So he went JJ McCarthy, and then his first pick in the fifth round was Josh Jacobs. I double up on receivers. So I went Michael Pittman. And then the third pick in the fifth round was Drake London. Then what is his kid name? I want to say it right. Trey McBride from Arizona. That's a great pickup. He went fourth in the fifth round. Then we got Brandon Ayuk went fifth. Nico Collins went sixth. So we're talking about the fifth. We're in the fifth round. Kenny Walker went seventh. Zay Flowers went eighth. Rome Duce went ninth. TJ Hawkinson went 10th. I think that was a stretch because I don't think he's going to be ready for the season. Then T. Higgins went 11th. T. Higgins don't have a team, right? Isn't he? Well, he has a team. He's on, what is he on? He's a franchise tag, but he's looking to get a bigger contract or be traded. So he has a team, but that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Then the last pick in the fifth round went to James Cook. I think that's a good selection. And then now we're in the sixth round. First pick in the sixth round was Pacheco, Isaiah Pacheco. So he went. So this person went. He went three running backs in a row. If you really look at it, because he went Kyron Williams, Cook, and Pacheco. But Cook and Pacheco was really back to back. Then we got Debo went second. We're in the sixth round. Bryce Young went third. Rashard White went, where'd it go? What was that? The sixth round. Rashard White went fourth. George Kittle went fifth. DJ Metcalf went sixth. What's his dude name? Devon A-Chain went seventh. Brock Bowers went eighth. Tank Dell went ninth in the sixth round. I think that was high. I think that was pretty high for Tank Dell. And then so we went over the format of the league. So this is when the IDPs start coming in, right? So Raekwon Smith, who I actually had in my queue, and my boy Glenn snuck and looked at my queue somehow, some way. We're in different states. It can't be done, but I feel like he looked at my queue and he knew what I was going to be doing. He went and picked Raekwon Smith, first defensive player off the board in the sixth round of a 40-round startup draft. Not bad, because I was going to go that route. So it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I went in and got my fantasy ID stud, and I fuck his name up every time. Fose Anuke from Jacksonville, who is a stud linebacker. So I went him as the 11th pick. And then Mark Andrews went 12th. So let's just kind of go over the first six rounds and kind of give you an idea. When you have IDP implemented into your league, it I don't want to say it screws up. I don't know the word, but it makes the draft a lot more interesting because it will start pushing ideal offensive players down. So it doesn't allow you to um, really project correctly if you're listening to the NFL Network people, the ESPN people, as far as projections of where a certain person should go. But also, this is Superflex. They don't talk about Superflex, so there's in no world in a one quarterback league any of these quarterbacks should go first in the first round, right? So Superflex mixed in with IDP, it pushes the um, offensive guys down the line. So you get a lot of value of offensive players late in drafts when you have IDP implemented in your league. So that's what's going to happen, and you're going to see is there's a lot of good offensive players that's going to get selected late, and you'd be like, wow, how he fall that right there? Because the first is Superflex, so it's 2 quarterback league. And it's IDP. So that's why these guys fail. So I just want to kind of give you a little tidbit about that. All right. So that was the first 6 rounds. And then so he went Mark Andrews. That's the last pick of the 6th round. First pick of the 7th round was Cooper Cup. Then I double up with IDP. I went Zaire Franklin from Indiana, Colts. These 2 guys that I selected, they actually won. They helped me win my leagues last year. So I was already in the mindset of going defense. My boy Glenn sacked these nuts, beat me to it. So I don't like drafting next to like-minded people. They start fucking your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're thinking, let me get him before he get him. Or he actually gets your guy right when you're going to select him. Also, being in so many different drafts with so many different people, or the same people, not different, but being in so many of the same drafts with the same people, they start knowing what you like. And that's what happened in a couple of these, because some of these, especially my family members, Your Mom's Pimp and Minister Fantasy, they know what I like. I know what they like. So we're just kind of battling. But I'm glad we were kind of spaced out to where we couldn't really ding each other, but we did ding each other for sure. Zaire Franklin was the 2nd pick. Nick Bolton was the 3rd pick. We're in the 7th round. Patrick Queen was the 4th pick. So it started a trend. So its trends start. Sack These Nuts started the defensive player trend. So it just kind of went that route for a little bit, right? So Patrick Queen went 4th. Alex Singleton went 5th. TJ Edwards went 6th. Then this is the 2nd offensive player in that 7th round. Austin Eckler went 7th. Then Josh Allen, the Russian from Jacksonville, went 8th. Bobby Okiki, I think I said his name right, went 9th. Michael Parsons went 10th. Then we got, what's his name? DeAndre Swift went 11th. And then TJ Watt went 12th. So in this 7th round, only 1, 2, 3. Only 3 offensive players were off the board out of 12 picks in the 7th round. I see it starts the wave of the offensive play of the defensive players. So TJ Watt was the last pick in the 12th, and then the first pick in the 8th round was my boy Jordy Brooks, formerly of Seattle, now with Miami. I love Jordy Brooks. I feel like I found him when his breakout year, which was 2021. I had him in all my leagues, and that was so he's kind of declined a little bit from 2021. He had 183 tackles in 2021. 2022, he had 161. Last year, he had 111, but he had 4.5 sacks. forced fumble, recovered, and an interception. So he kind of made up his production with sacks in 2023. But that was a great pickup, and he doubled up. So he got T.J. Watson, Jordy Brooks, and then the second pick in the 8th round was Rasheed Rice. Then we got Najee Harris went third. What's his name? Ernest Jones, the linebacker from the Rams, was fourth. AJ Aiden Hawkinson went to the Lions fan, obviously, right? At fifth, Kyle Pitts was the sixth. Fred Warner was seventh. And then Jonathan Brooks. Is this the first rookie running back? Yeah, he was the first rookie running back selected. He went eighth. And then we got Jordan Addison went ninth. Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner went 10th. Bobby Wagner is a treasure. He's an old guy that is still getting it done for IDP world. Like he had 183 tackles last year, 3.5 sacks. Like at 33 years old, he's still out there balling. Now he's on a new team with his defensive coordinator that is a head coach now over in Washington. Bobby Wagner, I thought he was gonna fall off. So I tried to stay away from Bobby Wagner, but he's trying to be on this LeBron shit. Feel me? So, I don't know. Maybe he fall off this year. Maybe he don't. But 183 tackles last year, that's somebody that you gotta. But he is 33, so it's gonna be a decline. It's gonna be a decline. Maybe not this year, but this is dynasty. All right. So Bobby Wagner went the 10th pick in the 8th round. I went Max Crosby. Oh, I gotta get a Raider. I had to get a Raider up in there. And then the last pick of the 8th round was Matthew Stafford. And then he doubled up so he had the first pick in the 9th round. He went Terrell Bernard. So this is my boy David. If he hops back on, so when we started off in the league, is like I set up the league probably in the beginning of the year. He joined the league itself, I believe it was like February, March. But he really didn't do his homework. But he should have known fucking with your boy what I'm about. IDP shit, right? No kicker, no team defense. So he should have really known, like, damn, like, that my boy Yada, he really about the IDP shit. Let me really. So I'm just saying that just because he didn't do his homework on his IDP. So he really went home, which was not a bad pick, was Terrell Bernard, the linebacker from Buffalo. Home for him is Buffalo. That's his team. Terrell Bernard was not a bad pick. Terrell Bernard was a fantasy stud last year, and he only in his second year out of Baylor. He had 143 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions. Like he balled out. For that to be his first IDP player pick, that's not bad at all. So that was the first pick of the 9th round. And then we had Luke Wilson. I picked Luke Wilson from Cincinnati in the second. This is the guy that I was talking about. Fucking Mike Evans. Mike Evans. I was trying to talk. I was getting tongue-tied and my mind wasn't going right. Earlier in the video, I was talking about a receiver. But Mike Evans. So Mike Evans went third. Then we got George Pickens went fourth to Nene's kids. Then we got this is Aziz Al-Shakur from he's from a couple of different teams. So he was originally with San Francisco. And then last year though, he was with Tennessee and he balled the fuck out. This is a linebacker. And now he's with Houston this year. So I was thinking about him, but I'm like, is he a mercenary? Like, is he really gonna ball out with Houston? Because he did his thing last year with Tennessee. But DeMarco Ryan's over there. He really got a defensive team He's a defensive linebacker coach himself. So maybe he's gonna ball out. So that was the 5th pick in the 9th round. 6th pick was Kyle Hamilton from Baltimore. I really like this kid. He broke out last year. He should just continue to rise up. Then Scary Terry McCarron, or whatever the fuck his name is, the Washington receiver from Ohio State. He went in the 9th, 7th pick. And then we got again Granddaddy Bill going ahead picking his Detroit Lions, Brian Branch, which is not a bad pick, but I think that's really early. But regardless, it's not a bad pick. But he got a lot of Detroit players. So whatever they bye week is, count that as an L for real. So that was the 8th pick, and then what's this dude name? Stevenson, the running back from New England, went 9th. Tony Pollard went 10th. Nick Chubb went 11th. That's, you gotta think about it. In the 9th round, if me personally, if I wasn't fading running backs, I would have picked up Nick Chubb. That's a great value pick. And then we got Christian Watson as the last pick of the 9th round. And then we got Brian Thomas, first pick of the 10th round. Second pick was Javonte Williams, the running back from the Broncos. I'm not a believer in this kid. I'm not. I don't fuck with him. Hey, my boy, what you say? Hey, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, champ. I'm just saying, that's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick, Ray. It's not a bad pick, but I think it was early. I just think it was early. I think you could have waited. I don't think nobody was really checking for him. That's all I'm saying. Nobody was really checking for Brian Branch in the 9th round. But you pick with your squad. Stay with your team, and look. We'll see. Season ain't started. Is far from being here, so we'll see. I'm just saying. I wasn't checking for him. Maybe somebody else was, but you got who you got. You got who you got, and I ain't mad at it. Javonte Williams. So I was saying about Javonte Williams. I don't believe in this kid at all. Like at all. But he went in the 9th round. I think that's probably a good value, but not in this setting just because of IDP and his Superflex. But anyway, he went 2nd pick in the 10th round. Then we got Drake Maine, 3rd pick, Xavier Worthy, Joey Bosa, Brian Burns, Dalton Kincaid, tight end, went to Yamon's Pimp. Joe Mixon, 8th pick. Alvin Kamara, the 9th. This pick right here, Antonio Winfield, 10th pick. He's good, and he balled out. So I can't say too much about that pick. I was gonna say something, but that's not too bad. And then the 11th pick, I went. That was my pick. I went Quincy Williams from the Jets. Quentin Williams' brother. I don't even know are they stepbrothers or not, but one is super big and one is not that big. Anyway, he was the fantasy stud last year and did his thing. Hey, live and die with your squad. I ain't mad at you, pimping. Trust me, I ain't mad at you. And then the last pick of the 10th round was Nick Bosa. First pick of the 11th round was Aaron Jones. Then I went Myles Garrett. That's the 2nd pick of the 11th round. Kirk Cousins went 3rd in 11th. James Conner, 4th. Devin Lloyd, 5th. I'm gonna say his name right. Buda Baker from the Cardinals went 6th. Keon Thibodeau from the Jets. The Giants went 7th. Then C.J. Gardner Johnson, again another former Detroit Lion. You want to guess where he went? He went to my boy Raymond, my boy Granddaddy Bill. But he's not on the Jets. He's not on the Lions anymore. He went back to Philadelphia. Not a bad pick because he does. If he can stay healthy, so you should be straight on. You should have been straight. I think you should have been straight on your DBs, but looks like he in the 19th round you selected somebody else. Baker Mayfield went 9th and 11th. Jalen Reed, I like Jalen Reed. That's a great value. He went 10th and 11th. Keelan Allen went 11th and 11th. 11 in his 11th year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had Philly. Yeah. CJ Gardner went back to Philly. Kenan Allen was 11th pick in the 11th round. And then Devin White, who went to Philly as well. He was with Tampa Bay, man. He started off hot as far as his career. And then he had some kind of hiccup last year. I don't know. I think he was he was feuding with his coach because he wasn't really playing that much. He did get 83 tackles, but I mean that's down from 124 to 128 to really his second year. He had 140 with 9 sacks. So he really killed it 2020. That was Kobe. Yeah, he killed it that year. Didn't they win it with Peyton? I think they won it that year. Not sure. So he was the last pick of the 12th, 11th round. Now pick 11, or we'll pick the first pick. The first pick was in the 12th round was Quay Walker. Quay Walker from Green Bay. Quay Walker, his last two. I mean, he's balled out. He was on pace to be at least a top 5 IDP player, but he only played 14 games. So in 14 games last year, he had 118 tackles, 2.5 sacks. In 17 games, his rookie year, he had 119 tackles and 1.5 sacks. So he was on pace before he started getting an injury bug late in the year. So that's a great pickup. I thought this tight end was going to fall. I didn't think anybody had him on their radar, but David Njoku from Cleveland was the second pick of the 12th round. Then Calvin Ridley. We got Dre Greenlaw by Minutes of Fantasy. I think that was a reach because he is still injured. Then Russell Wilson, my boy Raymond, Granddaddy Bill, who's I believe the only person right now that's online with your boy. You picked him, and by you picking him, I'm knowing because I know everybody in the league. Nene's Kid's 3. I know he was holding out for Russ because he is a Steeler fan. He's not a Russ fan; he's a Steeler fan, and I know he was holding out. And I even hit him up once I seen Russ got picked up. I hit him up like, "Oh, I know you gonna now you're gonna have to go a different route because I know you was waiting on Russ. I know he was waiting on Russ because he picked his first quarterback. Obviously, in the first round was Lamar Jackson. So Russell Wilson went 5th. What's his kid name? Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He went the 6th round. David Montgomery, which I'm surprised my boy didn't get, he went 7th. And then the linebacker dude from Jeremiah from Cleveland went 8th. And then this was Nene's kid. He had to pivot. He had to pivot from Russ because I know Russ was probably in his queue and that was going to be his next guy. He went in the ninth pick in the 12th round. So Russell Wilson went 5th. He had to pivot to Geno. I know he didn't want to go Geno. I know he didn't. And then Zamir White, who I was kind of targeting because I haven't in the first 12 picks, I haven't picked a running back. I was fading running backs, but I was targeting White. But he went in 10th. Then so I had to pivot over to I'm still stable with defense at this point. I went Jesse Bates, the DB from Atlanta, who was formerly with Cincinnati, but he balled his ass off in Atlanta last year. So I'm expecting the same thing, hopefully. And then Amari Cooper went the last pick of the 12th round. Oh, my boy, Big Rob. Yeah, man. I was just saying. I know. So in the 12th round, when Russ got picked up, I know you was going. I know you was targeting Russ, and that made you pivot to Geno. I know that happened. I know that's what happened. But Amari Cooper went 12th, and then he went. Then this was his first pick in the 3rd round. All day on him, my boy David. He went and got Kevin Beard, who is now with Chicago. And then I went Evan Ingram. See, I was gonna go Njoku, so I had to pivot. I had to pivot over to Ingram, which is not a bad pivot, just for the fact that he actually led all tight ends in receptions and targets last year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. See that championship ring. Fingers crossed, he'll do the same thing this year, but I don't know. They got a healthy Christian Kirk over there. They did pick up the Brian Thomas dude, but they did let Calvin Ridley go, so I don't know. Hopefully he be at least the very least the number 2 option. So that was the second pick in the 13th round. This is 14 rounds. I am not going to go over all 14 rounds. I'm not. It's too much. I already been on here, damn near 2 hours. So I'm not going to go over all picks. I'll stop at. Let me see where it started really getting funky. I'll stop at. We'll see, man. I'll probably stop at the 16th round or something like that. So where we at? Evan Ingram, 12th pick, second pick in the 13th round. The Ferguson kid from Jake Ferguson from Dallas went third pick. Tracy Edmonds, 4th. Robert Spillane, linebacker, Raiders. I was hoping he was going to fall. Obviously, he didn't. There's some IDP veterans in my league, so he didn't fall. Jacoby Myers went 6th. Will Anderson went 7th. Dalton Schultz went 8th. Lade McCaffrey went 9th. Christian Kirk went 10th. Hassan Reddick went 11th. And then Dallas Gobert, tight end from Philadelphia, went last in the 13th round. 14th round, Cole Kmet, so he doubled up on tight ends right here. Then we got Darvin James went 2nd, just in the 14th round. Chris Godwin 3rd. C.J. Mosley, that was a good pickup. Went 4th. Chris Jones 5th. The Hunter dude, what's his name? What's his name? Danielle Hunter? Is that it? Am I reading that right? Yeah. Daniel Hunter from Minnesota that went over to free agency to Houston. He went. Where'd he go? He went 6th. Zach Moss went 7th. The linebacker that was over Frankie Luva, that was he had a breakout year with Carolina last year, and he's over in Washington now. He went 8th. Fitzpatrick, Mika Fitzpatrick went for what's that? No, I'm looking wrong. No, yeah, he went 9th in the 14th round. Then my boy, what's his dude name? Which I would have thought my boy Raymond, Granddaddy Bill, Alex Azuni. He went 10th, and then I picked up Judy, 11th, and then Kazir White from Arizona was the last pick of the 14th round. Then he went Josie Wells, who went to Carolina. Josie Wells was, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to bite myself. He did pretty good with Denver last year. His last 2 years, he did pretty good. He was the first pick of the 15th round. I went Hollywood Brown in the second pick of the 15th round. Brewster from Chicago. With Taylor Rapp was the fourth pick. Then we got Deontay Johnson. So like that's a good selection right there, right? In the 15th round. In the 15th round, this is my dude Peter Warner, Isaiah Simmons. Now here go Granddaddy Bill right here picking his squad. Jay Campbell, Brian Robinson went ninth in the 15th round, and then we got Tajay Spears went 10th. We got Alex Highsmith went 11th, and then Quincy Williams, the brother of Quentin. No, Quentin Williams, the brother of Quincy, went 12th. And then he also doubled up and went Christian Wilkins from formerly of Miami. Now he's with my Raiders. And then we got Tracy Walker, Edion Mitchell, DeForest Buckner, Khalil Mack, Jalen Phillips, Kenyon Coleman, Rogers went in the 16th round. Greg Rousseau from Buffalo, the 9th pick. D Hops went 10th. Troy Franklin went 11th. And then was Jermaine Pratt, the last pick of the 16th round. So, you know what? Let's kind of give you an idea of this was a 14-round slow draft, right? So now I want to go over the scoring settings just so everybody can know. What it is so it's a high scoring league, man. High scoring PPR, IDP, tight end premium, super flex, this flex league, right? So this is what you can start. You can start a quarterback. You have so this is what you have to start. At least one quarterback, two running backs, three receivers, and a tight end. Like you have to have those starters, right? And then we're flexing with the I would say semi super flex with a wide receiver, running back, or tight end. You got two of those slots, and then you have a wide receiver, running back, two of those slots, and then a wide receiver, tight end, two of those slots. Then we got the super flex, which it could either be a wide receiver, running back, tight end, or quarterback. When you're in a super flex league, you want to have that quarterback. Okay. So IDP slots. So you have two D linemen, and your D linemen don't have to necessarily be true D linemen. You can have TJ Watt there, Micah Parson, those Russian guys that can be multi-dimensional. But you need two D linemen. You need four linebackers, and we'll talk about the linebackers. And then you need two DBs, and then the flex spot for defensive players is it strictly says IDP. So you have two of those guys. So let's go over the IDP real quick. The scoring for IDP because I had a conversation with a guy that's no longer in the league. He actually left the league, but I was in his league before, and he had discrepancies. He had issues with my scoring setting. And you coming into another league, the way he came at me, if you got an issue with my scoring settings, you don't come at me like that. First and foremost, this is my motherfucking league, and you don't start demanding shit, right? You come at me as a gentleman, as a man, because if you don't, I'm gonna come at you as a gangster, and it's going to be full force, right? So he came at me sideways about my shit, and he wasn't really making no points because the thing is, if you go into a league, man, you just read the settings, and if it's not for you, just drop out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come in like, oh man, I'm being your league, but you need to change this, you need to change that, you need to do that, you need blah blah blah. You need to put it to vote for everybody can do this. Like, no, nigga, if you don't want to be in the league, nigga, hop out. Like, it is what it is. But if you would have came at me properly, I would have been like, oh, okay, you do got a little point here. Let me look at that. Let me check that out. But he didn't come that way. But with that being said, um, linebackers in my leagues, especially in this one, score a lot of points. They score a lot of points. Okay. The projections are Sleeper has not put the projections out, but the linebackers score and there will be projected for a lot of points. More points than some of the offensive players. More points than the running backs. More points than the wide receivers. They'll be equal to the quarterbacks. Maybe score more depending on how they ball out. But linebackers um, score a lot of points, man. So I really wanted people to do their homework on the league before the draft because I can't. Now I definitely can't change nothing up. Just because we drafted, the draft is over. We can't do no kind of different settings and change up the settings because you should have drafted your team based off of the settings that is presented now. You should have drafted your team based off of what the projections are now. So because of that, I cannot change nothing, not one thing. That's just a fantasy. That's just a fantasy rule that applies. Like you can't once you draft your team. Once you have your draft, you can't do no scoring tweaks at all. At all, you can't. You just can't do it. It's forbidden. That's a fantasy no. You can't do that. So the linebackers score a lot because they're tacklers. So um, back in the day, and I would say back in the day, when you first started drafting, if you played fantasy football for over 10 years, when you first started drafting, IDP wasn't part of it. Superflex wasn't part of nothing. It was all about the running backs. It was all about the running backs. So ideally, when you drafted in your first two, especially your first two, maybe your first three picks, you went running back heavy. The league has faded running backs to a point to where if you ain't in the committee, it's only maybe two or three guys that are workhorse, but everybody else is in the committee. They don't get paid how they should be getting paid. So with that, I kind of took it upon myself to boost up IDP and boost up the linebackers. So ideally, your linebackers is like a running back in the day. You want to kind of stack up on them linebackers because that's like the bread and butter, right? That's the bread and butter. So linebackers score a lot of points. The Russian sack guys that also get tackles score a lot of points. And the DBs, if you're going to go DB, you want to go the safeties, not the corners that it like not a Sauce Gardner that's barely getting balls thrown this way. You want to get a like a slot DB, if anything, but the main DBs you want to get are safeties. Strong safeties is ideal because they are up in the tackle box and they're making tackles, and free safeties is that's cool too. But you want to get the strong safeties, right? Um, and then for the IDP spot, if linebackers is the bread and butter, you can have a linebacker in that slot. So you can have at least 6 linebackers starting. You do that, you're gonna be eating as far as like your projection wise, and your winnability should heighten up more. So if you have a lot of linebackers on your team, so you can have at least 6 of those guys starting. Depending on the type of DN that you have, like a Michael Parsons, a TJ Watt type of guy, they also have the linebacker DN slot. So you can have potentially up to 8 linebackers out there at one point in time. So you want to kind of go in that realm, right? And then right now, I open up the bench slots so you can have. I think it's at 10. No, it's more than 10. Let me see here. The roster limit, and so we will be cutting. We will be cutting, making cuts at the end of the preseason. So right now, the bench slot is at 20. It will be cut down to 10 at the end of preseason. So you're going to have to make some adjustments in cutting your roster down at the end of preseason. Right now, it's off season. Preseason they haven't even started. They are doing rookie training caps and all that stuff. So, it just allows you to, get some guys that's been doing pretty good in rookie training caps that will be doing good in training camp and possibly doing good in the preseason. But once the preseason is over, you're going to have to make those cuts, just like the NFL teams make cuts. You're going to be making cuts. The roster, the bench slot will be 10. It'll be 10. So with that being said, I want to kind of go over the grades of everyone's draft. So I'm going to start from the back to the front. And people can chime in if they want, hopefully they will, but we'll see. So Come See Me had the 12th pick. His first couple of picks, he went Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels, Jaden Waddles, Kareem Williams, Cook, Pacheco. Then he went T.J. Watt, Jordy Brooks, Christian Watson, Brian Thomas, Devin White, Quay Walker, Dallas Goddard, Cole Kmet, Quentin Williams, and who is this? Christian Wilkinson, right? So him having, and then also he went Jamie Daniels, Devin Diablo from the Raiders, Justin, Julian Love from the Seattle, Javon Holland so like I said, like his DBs, he got tackle guys for his DBs, right? So that's his first 20 picks, just based off of that. Based off of him having the last pick and then not being a third round reversal, I would say he did pretty good. He kind of weak at the wide receiver slot. He got Waddle, he got Watson, who was injury prone. Then he got a rookie, right? But he's strong at the running back slot. He did get his double up on his quarterback, and then he got some hella decent defensive players, and then he doubled up with the tight ends. So I think Come See Me. If anything, I say his draft grade is I give him a B plus, man. That's not bad. That's first 20 picks, and I didn't go over to his last 20. My boy Smashing, what's his name? Smash and Scrape. Smash and Scrape. I think that's what it is. Anthony Richardson, Dak Prescott, Malik Neighbors, Travis Kelce, TJ Higgins, Debo, Swift, Rice, Chubb, Williams, Keenan Allen, Njoku. Then his first defensive player, his first defensive player was Akeem Reddick. Then he went, what's his name? Derwin Williams, Highsmith, Walker, Gray. Just based off of his draft, his offense is way stronger right now than his defense. He got some studs down here at the end. His running back room is decent. You know what? I give him a B. Flacco Finest Pimp. This was somebody that had to take over for somebody to try to drop out and try to fuck my shit up. Try to drop out during the draft. But the guys start off with Justin Herbert, Ja'Marr Chase, Diggs, Wilson, Garrett Wilson, T.J. Hockenson, Bryce Young, Michael Parsons, Najee Harris, Tony Pollard, Drake May, Jalen Reed, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Chris Godwin, Todd Spears, Adion Mitchell. Then he went heavy DBs, Petrie, Sauce Gardner. See, Sauce Gardner's not a guy that you really want to target in this format. Um, even this guy Devin Witherspoon, even though he has some tackles, 79, you want to kind of go DB, safety. Um, then he went Chase Young, Sweat. Just based off of that, I'm gonna give him a C. Minister Fantasy, who is he's a fantasy winner. He's a league winner. He's won before. Especially last year, he really stepped up. He went Caleb Williams, C.D. Lamb, Travis E.N.T., Laporta, Ron Medusa, so he got a stack. Rasheed Rice, then he went Bobby Okiki, Ernest Jones, Ramon Stevenson, Xavier Worthy. Then his other quarterback was Baker Mayfield, Drake Kinlaw, Lad McConkey, C.J. Mosley, Brian Robinson, DeForest Buckner. Then he went Rashad Shaheed, the wide receiver from the Saints. He's a Saints fan. Xavier Liggett, Josh Downs, Ron Wilson, Derek Carr. Oh, there he went. I was wondering where he was at. Demario Davis. What's his dude name? Cody Barton. Then he got some late studs at the end. He really did. I'm gonna give his draft grade. He had the 9th pick. Start off with the 9th pick. His quarterback position. His quarterback is real shaky. I'm gonna give him a C plus. He can prove me wrong. He definitely is active throughout the year. Granddaddy Bill, my boy Ray, my boy Raymond. Golf, Chris McCaffrey, Gibbs, Jameis Williams, Zay Flowers, Kittle, Josh Allen, Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, Joey Bosa, C.J. Gardner, Russell Wilson, what's his name? Dalton Schultz, Chris Jones, Campbell. Is it Jack? Yeah, Jack Campbell, Khalil Mack, Brian. Was it Brandon? Yeah, Brandon Cooks, Chris Harrison, Snead. Was it Curtis Samuel? Just based then, he did. Oh, where did she go? Oh, damn, she closed out on me. Just based off of that, off of his draft, him going so heavy with his Detroit Lions, so heavy with those Lions, man. I would say, man, you know what? I think you online, brother. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna have to let me pull it up again. Draft results. That should close out on me. Let me be Russell Wilson, Jared Goff as your quarterbacks. Chris McCaffrey, that's nice. You got too many Lions on your team, bro. Too many Lions on your team, and your quarterbacks are a real suspect. With that being said, this is gonna be the first C minus. Give you a C minus. You got the 8th pick, C minus, man. Jared Goff as your first quarterback off the board. Well, you could have went Kyler Murray. You could have went Kyler. Could have went Dak Prescott. Shit, you could have went a whole lot of other people. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a C minus. Prove me wrong. My boy Ginnam with the 7th pick. Justin Jefferson. So his first 2 picks were actually auto pick. And we talked about that while we were drafting. You pay your dues. He was one of the first ones to pay. and he was in surgery. So he was in the hospital. He had surgery, but he had Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor. Then he recovered with Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Kenny Walker, DJ Metcalf, Austin Eckler, Kyle Pitts, McCarlin, Brian Burns, Thibodeau, Jackson Smith, McJigba, Will Anderson. Man, I'm gonna have to get this. You know what? I'm gonna have to get this one a D plus. Justin Fields, who's your Will Levis picked in the 19th round as your other quarterback that's gonna be starting at least, and you only got 3 quarterbacks on your roster. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a D. I'm gonna give you a D plus. Your mom's pimp at the 6th pick. His first couple of picks was Burrow, Kyler, Marvin Harrison, Chris Olave, Nico Collins, Devin A-Chain, TJ Edwards, Fred Warner, Kyle Hamilton, Dante Kincaid, Buda Baker, Devin Montgomery, Jacoby Myers, Zach Moss. This is Peter Warner, linebacker from New Orleans. Keon Coleman, Mostert, Rashad Mostert. 6th pick. You got your foundation at your super flex quarterback. You got some solid wide receivers: Harrison, Chris Olave, Nico Collins. Who I don't know how his production is going to be with them getting Stephon Diggs. Your first running back was A-Chain from Miami. That's nice. Then you went linebackers, Peter Warner. Wait a minute, he went Frisco? Oh, no, Fred Warner. I said Peter. Fred Warner, TJ Edwards, Kyle Hamilton, Dante Kincaid, who should be getting a lot of targets, Buda Baker. Um, it's not bad, man. It's not a bad. And then you got some nice rookies who you some you got some solid guys running back wise going towards the end of the draft. Minshew, you got some solid rookie running backs, a lot. You know what? With this draft, with this selection in the 6th pick, not too bad. I give you a B plus. My boy C Crew 128. He had the 5th pick. He went Hurts. Bryce Edwards, Purdy, Devontae Adams, Brandon Oak. What's his name? The wide receiver from the 49ers. Brock Bowers, Alexander Singleton is a stud. Um, Jordan Brooks, rookie running back from Carolina. Um, Azir Asakir from he's with Houston now. Joe Mixon. Then you went super linebacker Devin Lloyd, Spreeline, Frank Fulu. Then Aaron Rodgers with Brock Purdy and Hurts. So you can mix match how you want. Secure, Poke, Persol. Oh man, it's not bad at all, bro. You kind of you mix and match a lot, pretty good. Yeah, man, you got some guys at the end. I'm gonna give you C Crew 128. I'm gonna give you a B. I give you a B on your draft. Nene's kids. Nene's kids. My boy Big Rob. My boy. Lamar Jackson. Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry. I think it was kind of early, but whatever. DJ Moore, Trey McBride. I like that. Take Tank Tank Dell. That definitely was kind of early. Patrick McQueen though, nice. My boy Addison Pickens, Amari, Alvin Kamari, James Conner, Gino. You had to go Gino. I know why you went that route. Um, Tracy, was it? Is it Tracy? Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker from the Bears. Mika Fitzpatrick. Who's it? Taylor Rapp. Gabe Davis went that low. Goodness gracious! I forgot he over there with Jacksonville. That's nice. Daniel. Then you went Daniel Jones. You got freaky Daniel up in there. Okay. This dude from Frisco, he hurt himself from SC, the safety, Hufina, whatever the fuck. But he bought out 2022, but he got injured. So that's sneaky good right there. Chubb, Darren Waller. I don't know if he's gonna retire now. Bro got some issues. Desmond Clark, that's a good pickup from the Cowboys. Where we at? Desmond Clark. Where we at? Then you picked up Trey Higginson, Miles Sanders, Braylon Edwards, AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon in the 26th round? Goodness gracious. Then you got Tez Walker pairing them up with motherfucking Lamar. Alan Lazard. Let's see some sneaks down here you got. Okay. Back half of the draft was not so great. First half was really great, really nice. Geno, you're hurting that quarterback, even with Daniel Jones and Geno, but Lamar Jackson. You know what? My boy Rob, I'm gonna give you a B minus. I'm gonna give you a B minus. Your running back's solid, really solid running back core. You got a suspect wide receiver core. But you got some good defense. I give you a B minus because you mix and match. You got some value at the end. You got value at the end, for real. You got value at the end. I like it. All right. We're almost finished. My boy, Sack These Nuts, Big Glenn, had the third pick. He went CJ Stroud. He went Tyreek Hill, Shaquan Barkley, Deshaun Watson, Drake London, Roquan Smith, motherfucker. Nick Bolton, another motherfucker. God damn it. Bobby Wagner, Mike Evans, Winfield, Kirky Cousins, Zamir White, Ferguson, Azani, Brisker, Hopkins, who's this motherfucker? Sutton, then you went Jalen Warren. Was I? No, because I already picked my guy. But I thought he was gonna. No, you picked him before. That's what happened. Yeah, motherfucker. I was gonna pick him. Jalen Warren for Pittsburgh. Zeke the Freak Elliott over there back with Dallas. What's this guy name? Nicholas Morrow from the Buffalo Bills. Quentin Johnson. Who's this? Ty Chandler. The meaty DN Justin. I can't say his name. I'm bad with names. I've been fucking up names all day. Justin from the D tackle from Baltimore. The rookie tight end from Texas that went to Carolina. Shaq Burnett. What's his name? Wicks from Green Bay. You know what? Then you got some late guys at the end. I'm gonna give you a B, man. B plus right there, bro. B plus, not bad. B plus, B plus. And then I say mine's last. And then all day on them, my boy David, who I thought was gonna come back, but it's all good. You got Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Puka Nakua, JJ McCarthy, Josh Jacobs, Mark Andrews, Cooper Kupp, Stanford. So you got a super stack. Stanford with Cooper Kupp and Puka. Terrell Bernard, Nick Bosa, Aaron Jones, Amari Cooper, Kevin Bernard, Kazir White. What's his dude name? Josie Joel, Jermaine Pratt, the Michigan running back Blake Corum, TJ Lockett, Romeo Dobbs, Mike Milano, Eric Kendricks, Who you with Dallas now? J.K. Dobbs, Morley, Micah, Mika Rowley, Corley, Isaiah Likely. What's this dude name? Devontae Williams, Jordan Hicks, nice. Hubbard, Von Miller. You recovered well with not picking up, going back-to-back quarterback, but then also getting a stack with your guys that you got. And then you recovered with some defense. I'm going to say, just based off you, I get a C plus. And then let's go ahead and talk about myself real quick. Damn, this is almost 3 hours. My longest video yet. All right, let's go over my draft, and then I'm gonna end this shit. Patrick Mahomes, the Sun God, Tua, Devontae Smith, Michael Pittman, my linebacker core of Forsay, Zaire Franklin, Max Crosby, Luke Wilson, Logan Wilson, Quincy Williams, Myles Garrett, Jason Bates, Evan Ingram, Judy, Hollywood Brown, Troy Franklin. Picked up motherfucking Bo Nix. My first running back. So I fade running backs, fade them. First running back was Devin Singletary. He is a starter over there with the Giants, right? Then I went Cameron Bynum, safety from Minnesota. Then I picked up Jerome Ford, who should be starting, right? At least first couple of weeks for Cleveland. I'm almost done. Then I went Darrell Mooney in the 25th round. Alexander, I got Odell Beckham, Sky Moore, Rondell Moore, EJ Speed. Like, you know what? I may be biased, and I'm pretty unbiased with myself. I'm gonna give myself an A minus. That's the lowest that I can go. I would say A plus. I'll say A minus, man. So that's that, man. So that's the recap. That's the recap for King of Kings rookie draft and CaliKings startup dynasty, man. I went 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours on this mic. I'm glad you all watched. See, I got a couple of likes up there. Got some views. I know I got some views. I really appreciate it, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. This was this was pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Had a special guest, my boy David. Shout out to everybody in the leagues, man. Shout out to King of Kings. Shout out to CaliKings. Shout out. Oh, we got some. Oh yeah, the league. League Safe is open, man. The deadline to pay your dues, which is $125, is July 1st. Please, if you haven't already signed up for League Safe, go ahead and do it. It's already linked into the. It's pinned in the league chat. That's for both leagues. So it's $125 to start off. 75 is for the league itself. 50 goes towards next year. So you only have to just for your starting next year it's only $25. But then once that $25 up, it's gonna be 75 moving forward, going for the next year and so on and so forth. So I thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining, watching, liking, subscribing, interacting with your boy, my boy Raymond. I appreciate you. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm out. It's going to end this thing. All right, man. Peace out.